welcome one and all to a premium spirits review here at the K.O.E. Nation. I am your King of Extreme Phil K.O.E., joined by my indomitable broadcast partner, the one, the only,
the Blend Master, Tony G. Like, share, subscribe. This is gonna be fun.
This is one I've been looking forward to for a while.
Yeah.
A minute or two, even.
Quite a while.
Yes, pretty much as soon as I was aware of this brand in my whiskey journey, I needed to get my hands on one. Weller's Antique 107, folks.
It's here.
The original wheated bourbon. This one has become quite popular because this is the same warehouse that they select barrels of Pappy. It's the same juice.
Okay.
So this one is got quite a bit of interest as of late, and myself included.
Clearly.
And yes, I'm getting right into it, because why not? That's lovely.
Ah.
That's satisfying.
Love it. Oh my goodness. It even sounds delightful.
Yep.
Let it breathe. Let it breathe.
Smells good. This is another offering from the Buffalo Trace Distillery, which is one I'm a big fan of, as you know.
The Buffalo Trace has their hands on a lot, and this is definitely one that's been on a lot of people's must-have if I find it lists.
Strong caramel.
Oh yeah. Like not like a candied, but like a liquidy caramel.
Yeah, the vanilla's on the back. There's a little bit of like caramel apple.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's reminding me of my grandma would make caramel apples.
Sure.
And it's that kind of caramel, like you said, kind of liquidy.
This is 53%, 107 ABV. Wow, or 107 proof. I guess that's why they call it Antique 107, huh?
Yep. That could be.
I think I made a connection there.
Well done there, sir. So, Antique 107. The other thing that I've been looking forward to, I was this close to getting my hands on a bottle of Weller's 12, but it slipped away before I could get it, and that is the blend for Poor Man's Pappy. And I know the blend master here would have not been able to resist.
No.
I don't think we would have even gotten in an individual review of each. It would have had to been
immediately. Just do that. Let's just do that.
I think we would have tasted them first.
Okay, that's probably fair.
That's fair.
I think so. All right, this has been breathing for a couple of minutes. What about the nose now? Maybe slightly less
You're
caramel.
getting a little more wood.
Yeah, I was gonna say like less caramel sweetness, definitely a little bit more of the barrel. But not. I mean, the nose does not scream 107 proof.
No,
at all. Like you would not guess that this was such a high ABV.
Well, sir, I think it's
long enough. You're right. Wow.
Spicy meatball.
Wow. It definitely tastes 107 proof. But, wow. That is surprisingly delightful for being so high.
Yeah. And like I said, it's spicy, but
you definitely get that caramel undertone.
Yeah, it's like a lot of cinnamon is added, but
it's a heavy tingle on the spice, and the tingle really ignites your tongue in a very nice way, though. Wow, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Wow. That's just
a lot of
delightful.
Cinnamon, a lot of vanilla.
A vanilla sweetness is
the palate
all over
doesn't reflect a lot of the apple, but a little bit of the caramel. But boy,
the burn doesn't linger. There's no aftertaste other than
after your first. This is also our first drink of the night. So.
Yeah, that's really nice.
So I bet after a couple, 2 or 3 sips, that spicy meatball factor is probably going away. But.
I'm very impressed. It's very nice. That's a very good bourbon. I'm not getting a lot of the wheat, surprisingly.
No. It's very oily.
Yeah, oily like a Scotch would be.
Mm-hmm. You know,
that's really good.
Not too terribly bad there, Weller.
I really like that.
Yeah. Well, Tony, we have arrived at our rating.
All right.
Around here, we rate things on a 5-star scale. So, on a 5-star scale, 4 different scales, and the secret 5th question. Stick around to the end. So, 5-star scale as a bourbon. How would you rate this?
4.25.
4.25. I kind of figured you were going to land there. I am going to give this 4.5 as a bourbon.
And that's why I went down just a little bit.
Yep, I'm really liking this. You could use this in cocktails.
No.
You could.
No.
You could put it on the rocks.
You could do that.
But it's better
I think this would actually go very well on the rocks. Cocktail.
I think you're almost empty there, T.
Well, I've still got a little bit. I wouldn't say no to a splash. That's probably good. We got a long way to go tonight.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say no to this because this is really delightful. Like I said, yeah.
Yeah, the nose is just a joy, and I think
it's so light.
I think some ice would take the spice out of it, and you'd probably get more of the caramel.
Do you have any ice, Andy?
I do.
Well.
And we're back, folks. We decided
It's a question. It needs an answer.
Yes, this is science. That's also why I go with these particular bourbon glasses. I'll let you get your own ice cube there. Weller's Antique 107. Gonna let the ice ball influence it a little bit there. This is also some very good purified water.
Oh, this is just nice.
And the audience at home is thinking, Tony, is there any way you could possibly make that glass louder? Of course.
Good.
Cuts a lot of the spice out.
It does cut the spice down.
It stays oily.
Yeah.
You're getting a little bit more of the sweetness, but it's not the fruit and it's not the caramel.
I get the wheat now.
Yeah.
The cold and the water seem to open up that wheat a little bit. Yeah.
So
that's really nice on the rocks
as a whiskey on a 5-star scale.
As a whiskey, I'm gonna say a solid 4.
4 stars. As a whiskey.
It's really nice through and through. It's just I'm so impressed by the nose being so light and the palate being so intense, but the finish being so clean. Easily a 4.
I think this is actually the first On the Rocks review of K.O.E. Nation history.
Yeah, so, it's been a minute since we've done it.
This is a good way to start, folks. But
really nice.
I'm going to disagree with you here, T. And as a whiskey, I'm going to give this 4.25.
Fair enough. We're in the same wheelhouse. We're doing good.
It goes very well on ice. Shockingly well. I'm still not picking it. With how good it was on the nose, I was so ready for that apple, but it's just not there. But I can still deal with this. Now, as a cask-aged spirit, is putting it up against rums, reposados, putting it up against scotches, bourbons, Japanese whiskeys of all kinds.
I'm going to go 4.5.
4.5. I am actually going to agree with you in total. It is 4.5.
Yeah.
Just a marvelous
I can't say
whiskey
anything
all
bad
around.
about this at all, and usually that one's hard to please for me. But no, this nails it on a Cascade Spirit level.
Now, in terms of shelving,
that's a top shelf.
I pulled it off of my top shelf, and it's going right back to its same spot in the middle of my top shelf.
Yeah, it's just marvelous.
That, and if you can find one of these, it's kind of a flex whiskey. It's kind of a brag whiskey.
Yeah.
Like, I was able to get one of these.
Anybody who knows anything about whiskey is going to catch that out of the corner of the eye, and they're going to be looking at it the rest of the night.
Yep. Now, here is the interesting hidden secret question. The retail price on this ranges anywhere from $60 to almost $250. And all I'm going to say is that your King of Extreme paid an amount in between there.
There you go.
So, if you could find a bottle of this, what would be the cutoff price for you between $60 to $250? That's actually a pretty fair question.
You got to take the resale value into consideration, because at some point people are going to be so hard up for this. They're going to pay that upwards of $600, right? Well, what I've got on my shelf right now, I don't need any more super spicy bourbon. I got a bottle of Booker's now. This is better, probably.
Boy, that's better the more the ice influences it.
But
just gets better.
Oh man, I would say probably right around that. If it's going to be for my own consumption, probably right around the $100 mark.
I thought though, yeah. To me, if I were to get another one, yeah, about that same.
But then again, if you get a little bit over 100, you'd be like, well, it's basically 100, and pretty soon you're talking 125, 150. Yeah. We've played this game before.
Yeah, yes. But I've got it for basically 100.
Yeah.
Come on, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But yes, around the $100 mark would be where I would definitely spring for one of these again. 200, I don't know if I would spring for another one. No. But yeah, the $100 mark is definitely one that I would, anywhere around there, I would definitely spring for this one. And pretty much any of the other Wellers, other than the base offering special, they call it special reserve. You know, they're all a reserve. But
yeah.
So this was one of the original weeded bourbons that got this whole craze started. Wellers, and I got myself a bottle of it. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do the Hulk Hogan.
That's fair.
Hulk Hogan.
That's fair.
Yeah. Thank you.
Totally
I needed to do that. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to seek this out. Finding these bottles is kind of half the fun. Let's be frank. In the era we live in, it's kind of hard to have much of anything to do as a hobby. So for a lot of people, hunting for this bottle is their hobby, and that's kind of why they're so hard to find now.
Yeah.
Because getting together with small groups of friends like this is about all that folks can do. So that's why this has become such a runaway success. But in the future, I think that's going to continue. The reputation has stuck, and it's going to take until we are in our 60s for things like Pappy and Wellers to be as common as Crown Royal.
That's fair.
Like, it's like I actually had this discussion with my father about this. Across his lifetime, Crown Royal went from the peak, greatest thing you could ever find, to you can get it in every gas station in this county.
Yeah.
And it's going to take the same period of time across his lifetime for us to be able to get our hands on Pappy's that easily, because that's how long it's going to take for it to all, especially considering it's got to be aged 27 years.
Can't wait.
So, but folks, we're definitely going to stay on the hunt for all of those bottles, and you're going to be right here to join us for the ride. Tony, Wellers, we fucking did it, man.
We did it.
So this is basically same juice as Pappy's. I mean, pretty high proof. I'm assuming non-chill filtered.
Definitely get a lot more of that wheat. That's really nice. Yeah, that's really nice.
Getting some wheat. It's very oily.
I like
no
that.
spice. Like, there's a little spice left, but the ice, if you're somebody that needs to cut some of the heat out of a whiskey, this one just needs ice. And also, I'm glad we used this one. This is from a purified water system from a very good friend of mine. And goodness gracious. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be on the hunt for the rest of the Wellers line.
That's fair.
But this is a good introduction. And for the price I paid, I'm actually not feeling all the worse for it. So
there you go. That's the best endorsement you can give.
Yes. So for that undisclosed price, yes, this was actually well worth. But actually, on the way out, let's read the back of the bottle.
Fair
My
enough.
goodness. A true whiskey pioneer, W.L. Weller is credited by many for being the first to produce Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey using wheat instead of rye in his mash bill. William LaRue Weller. Wheated bourbon became so popular that Weller was forced to put a green thumbprint on barrels to ensure that customers were receiving the real deal. This 107 proof bourbon whiskey tastes sweet yet bold, with unusual floral notes and hints of vanilla, in reverence to the legacy of William LaRue Weller. And what do you know? We pretty much picked up all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say this is
great. I'm
great
fan.
bourbon. This one is gonna be considered in the bourbon of the year and the year in review that's coming up soon, folks. But we still got a lot of ground to cover. This year ain't over yet. So, folks, as I'm known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining us for a very special review of Weller's Antique 107. I am the elated King of Extreme, signing off and handing it off to my indomitable broadcast partner, the one, the only,
the humbled Tony G. Thanks for having me. Like, share, subscribe. See you next time.